I never coupled being working class with intelligence. And they do in Britain. We're not supposed to be as bright as the upper classes. But Wales is an extraordinary place. It's filled. Dylan Thomas. I mean, the love of poetry, the love of song. My father played in a brass band. All my uncles were in male voice choirs. We read, but somehow that didn't transfer. It didn't matter. And I still have markers in my speech that come from being working class and also being Welsh working class, which I wasn't aware of early on, but it never occurred to me. I started writing when I was, there's a photograph somewhere of me with an orange box outside my nan's little house, 4 rooms. And I'm there and I'm writing. I mean, I started writing very, very early on, and also doing art, but mostly writing. And it never occurred to me that my family weren't bright. And I think that's important, because so often I think, children absorb the idea that their class is their intelligence, and that's a serious problem. So. When I transferred schools at 16, I wanted to take math and physics and chemistry, and I was told that I could take English, geography and biology, and that was it. You had to walk onto the stage. The head master was there, and there were about 8 of us that transferred. I was the only girl, and he looked at my GCEs and said, these are the ones that I could take. And I said I wanted to take math, and he said I didn't have enough background to take math. What I knew at that point was that in England, it might still be the same way, I don't know, is that you take 3 sciences, or you take 3 in the arts, so you can take geography, English and history. But you can't take biology, which is a science, and to an English and geography, because when you go to university, you have to be in a particular. So it's a very different, and I think it's changed. But at that point, I knew that they were blocking my opportunity to go to university by saying those were the subjects I had to study for the exams at 18. And so I opted to go to a college to study to be a teacher. And the headmaster, when I went in and said that I wanted to go to this college in London, told me that I would never get in and not to apply, because it was one of the top colleges. So I applied and I got in, which was kind of nice.